big news for the anime world.
Okay.
Big knock.
I think it's big news. Funimation owners Sony buys Crunchyroll from at&t.
Woo!
Right?
Yes,
So
sir.
this
Yep.
at&t
owned Crunchyroll.
Yep. The deal is worth $1.175 billion.
Billion. That's a
and
B.
according to their release, there's quotes taken saying that they're planning to make one unified
Merge it, baby.
subscription service, which, considering the fact that I pay for both right now, is great for me.
Yeah, good for you.
And they're not sure. Hey, bro, listen, I know I don't have to do these things, but like, I just want to do my part so we keep getting great
Hold on.
animes.
Before you get on to that, did you know that's all? That's just straight up like that's US, right? US is the one that started the whole payment thing, and Funimation was the thing that Sony had to make because they're like, oh, we just want some of the revenue, right? But what I heard also, before you get into your topic, but it was that Japan, so all the like the Japanese, like not mangas, but I guess like I don't know, studio. Who makes One Piece?
Oda.
So Shonen Jump.
Oh, those things.
Like those
Shonen,
people.
like Shonen Jump. Yeah.
Everyone like Shonen Jump wants to
Serialized
make
it,
a free thing that you go to, and all their anime is gonna be on there. But like, I'm like, well, then how do you make the money off it? And they said that like they were okay with just having the manga sales do well because of Demon Slayer and all that. They wanted to like join up with everyone and then make something that's free for everyone to watch. I was like, you're losing money, but it is what it is. Anyway, yeah, let's talk about this first.
Yeah, because I don't think it's big money here, but like once it came over to the States and money started getting involved, and especially when Netflix all of a sudden is like, we're just gonna start buying anime like this, like they got the new JoJo,
and then adapt
apparently.
Their own,
and they're making their own anime. They're producing their own anime. They're buying a lot of anime.
Good.
And then it's great for me. So then I guess Crunchyroll, because Netflix has a lot of money. I don't think Crunchyroll or Funimation had that kind of money. Well, I mean Sony, but I don't think Sony would allocate that much money to Funimation. Let's put it that way instead, right?
Yeah.
So, so their merger is great. What was I gonna say? Oh, I was gonna say that they don't know if they're gonna do like a price increase or what is gonna happen.
Probably, but not as much as it would be to get both of them.
I think. Yeah. So that's fine, I guess. And then because now they don't have to deal with like the other one having the rights, so now I can't show it on mine because the other one has it, or I have to pay, or they have like some exclusive deal or whatever. So this is great. So personally, I think this is great because man, it's gonna explode. Like already, anime out of nowhere. I didn't notice it happening because like I've just always been kind of just like watching it and in it, but I didn't notice it happening where it just exploded recently.
Right.
And this is just gonna make it bigger, bro. And I think that's great. What do you guys think of it as a whole?
I think it's good, and like you just said, so I don't know. We all experience like our favorite Marvel movies growing up. Like Spider-Man got butchered for the last like decade, just because like Sony had some rights, Fox had some rights, and then Marvel Studios 10 became a thing. Like, and this is just an example of like, you can always do it better if one person is dictating it. Now, it also comes into with anime, it's a lot better, I believe, because you have within those a lot of studios that work together, right? But also, like Andre said, if you want to watch something, and I think it was for us, I can't remember the show, but Andre's like, oh, this is coming out. It's like, and I'm like, great, I'm gonna watch it. He's like, it's coming out on Funimation. I'm like, fuck, I don't have it. Like, what the hell? I don't want to buy that too. So I had to go the Sean way and watch it. But it was Vivi. It was Vivi, and
Vivi.
Yeah, it was Vivi, and I'm like, okay, the show is not bad. But then when I went on the Funimation list, I'm like, oh my god, there's so much that I've heard of that I wasn't able to watch because I'm on Crunchyroll and all that. But I'm glad they're coming together and doing that because it'll open people's varieties, and like Andre said, just more exposure means more money, and more money means more content means
better quality.
You get better quality stuff. Yeah, exactly.
And like people underestimate the value of convenience for some people.
Oh yeah,
100%.
Like just how difficult it has been for so long to watch anime, like in the States. How like basically the only way for a very long time was piracy.
100%.
Right. So then finally. Yeah,
terrible.
exactly. And then when these
that never do it, kids. Sean.
Never. I mean,
Sean's our non-piracy candidate. He is the best when it comes to this stuff.
I mean, I'm not personally affected by this Crunchyroll deal, but because I have a streaming service that provides a much better deal.
LimeWire.
But I think it's great for the anime community. It's great to have, it's easier to get things through with the animes, like releasing them and
less producing
ads, them. Yeah, less ads.
That'll make you like leave your room in 5 minutes or something.
I mean, it's cheaper for people who had both services, like Andre. So
you won't last playing this game.
What is happening today,
I don't know. We're all loopy. I haven't slept in years.
No, ad
but
block,
he's right. That's some stuff come through, and it is what it is. No, but I don't know. Yeah, like I'm excited. I can't wait to see what they're gonna call it, like Funicrunch, or like what the fuck are they gonna, bro? Crunchy.
That's actually really good. I like that.
That's really good. Or just like I don't know. I just feel like the integration's awesome. I mean, and like Andre said, convenience is huge. Even like in everyday life, like even like in my work, when you're trying to sell something, you don't want people to switch because that just instantly makes them say no. And if you can be on a streaming service like Netflix, for example, that has movies, shows, anime, I mean, you'll catch people only watching anime strictly on Netflix because they're like, I don't know where else to go. Like, I don't know. I pay for this. I'm just going to use this, right?
Yeah.
And it's great. That's what I was going to ask. Do you guys think currently that Netflix would be considered a competitor to this new Funimation? Man, okay, so then what happens if
they buy them?
No, imagine Netflix just buys
well, no. What they wouldn't buy Netflix, of course, because that's fucking expensive. But what you're gonna see is something that Disney did to Netflix as well. Is what they just take all your Disney movies off Netflix and put them on your own thing. So like, Netflix just got JoJo and all that, which is fine. But like, maybe now that streaming service has more rights when it comes to anime, so they will let Netflix do things, but not to like harm themselves in the process. It's a weird thing, but
I guess
you're right. It is but also Netflix has self-made animes, like Castlevania is fantastic. I just started it, and I'm like, holy shit! Like, if you didn't tell me this wasn't Netflix, I'd have been like, this is amazing. Like, this is crazy. Dubbed, it's dubbed and it's beautiful.
Great,
but like,
perfect.
But that streaming service would also want that from Netflix. So now, what do you do in that situation? So I feel like it's going to be like a bittersweet sharing relationship when it comes to it. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
But I don't know. But see, I don't think it works the same way as Disney. The reason why Disney could take off all the Marvel movies and stuff is because they own it all, right?
Yeah.
Right,
I don't think Crunchy and Funimation, like, they don't own any of the things, right? They're basically they do what Netflix does. They'll either purchase it or rent out the license to show it for a certain amount of time or whatever.
So there'll be a bidding war then.
Yeah,
be like, I want this show
be more
for like
bidding
this
war.
much. Yeah,
exactly. So I'm assuming this merger means they have more money, so I guess they can bid higher for these things. And also, I don't know. Like, obviously, Netflix is smart enough to realize that, and I'm like ignoring them, but like Amazon Prime does have like some anime on there too, like
Vinland
and Vinland Saga are both on there, right?
Oh,
so like they're part of so they're both like they're part of it too, but so the Crunchymation, I'm just gonna refer to them as Crunchymation from the
Funnyroll.
Let me call it Funnyroll. Okay.
No, no. Go back.
Crunchymation.
Crunchymation, right? So they're gonna have more money to make these bids, and this is gonna be good because these bidding wars create obviously higher prices for these things, which is gonna. Listen, obviously I know how businesses doesn't always work this way, but I'm just gonna hope that this means more money in these like animation studios and for these people, right?
True.
So then again, what does this mean? This means anime is gonna just become more mainstream, right?
Yeah.
It's gonna become like a mainstream thing.
Like when I see on Netflix, I'm like, huh? Like when I started seeing anime on Netflix, it really surprised me. I was like, it's just a normal thing for anyone to just open Netflix and see like anime now, like produced by Netflix. So
dude, I'm not gonna lie, I miss getting bullied. I actually do.